Melbourne have got one back in defence. Hutchins goes to Brennan. Loynes at the back, attack the contest. Coming the other way was Donnellan.
And Donnellan's been really quiet today. I think she's been thereabouts, but, you know, certainly not been able to be released like she has in previous games.
She was so dynamic in the game one of this series. Swanson, quick hands to Ernst, who throws it on the boot. Randall takes the mark. So the Melbourne defence holding up under sustained pressure early in this final term. Randall goes towards Harris. Good strong mark. Great hands from Taylor Harris. Thumping kick towards 50. Frederick Traub outnumbered. It spills to ground level. Swanson, open goal, beckons, bounces it and just misses.
It's beautiful front and centre work there from Emma Swanson. And she's been a little bit quiet considering she had such a good game last game. We were expecting a little bit more from her today, but she's still got a good 25 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go.
11 points the margin. Hutchins flies from behind, couldn't impact the contest. Harris, kick smothered off her boot. Bruton, who's worked her way into the game as the ball spills over and out. Here's Sam.
With Asta O'Connor, who, of course, came off early in the game, which is a sad story. Asta, tell us what's happening here on your knee.
Yeah, sure. I've just been assessed by the docs and the physio, and we're still unsure, but went back out and gave it a go, but not a lot of support through the knee. So after the game, we'll have a scan and just see where we're at. How
disappointing for you to be in this position in what is the biggest game probably of your career?
It's not about me at all. It's all about the team, and we're so close here. We can win this, we believe. As Craig said, the last 40 minutes we've won, and all I want to do is see the doggies get a win. So can't wait for the end.
I hope this isn't too serious.
Thanks so much. Cheers.
Great answer, Asta. You've got a future in diplomacy. Kick back towards the wing, Benici. Back from whence it came. So Brittany Benici just looking for an option down the line. Was a bit too high for Ernst. Bruton. Tackle just slipped high there from Loynes. In fact, it's gone the other way. The fend-off slipped high and Loynes will get the free kick.
Loynes has been great with 16 disposals so far, 5 tackles. She's been really working hard around the ground. So
just got under that kick. Randall, run down from behind. Good tackle. Free kick goes to Talia Randall. One of the youngsters in this game, just 17 years of age, Talia. From Nambour, Maroochydore, Queensland. Swanson wins the contested football. Gets it to Pearce. So composed with ball in hand, Daisy Pearce just takes her time to assess the option and generally chooses the right one. Bruton to Hooker. Tries to step around the tackle, can't do so. Great tackle from Hannah Scott, because there was danger looming for the Dogs there. Time starting to tick away. Over the top comes Pearce. Another scrap on centre wing and another bounce.
Watched her again. I mean, she just was able to affect the contest and then hold Daisy off getting a clean possession. So great effort from her today.
Nell tracks the football. Coming the other way is Swanson.
It's really lovely to see so many of these young players really get into the game. 17 players here today have come out of the Youth Girls National Championships, and they're really making their mark today.
Definitely an elite pathway now starting to emerge in women's football, which is so important for our young girls that go through all the way to Auskick and they get to 12 years old and think, well, is that it for me? Well, no, it's not. You can keep playing football just as long as the boys can. Lots of options now. So many teams around Australia. Ashmore towards half forward. 711 female teams from juniors to seniors. So if you want to get involved in footy, afl.com.au/women's. That's the best place to go, isn't it, Shiloh?
Absolutely, and we are looking forward to what's coming next and how many, the investment in community football is massive out there, so it's no better time to join a team or create one of your own.
Or get involved behind the scenes as a trainer, as an administrator. Every footy club in the country is looking for people to get involved and help out. Baits taken high. Lots of opportunities to get that wonderful camaraderie and sense of belonging that football brings. Baits inside 50. Vescio across the front of the contest. Wraps up Pearce at ground level. Ball spills to Donnellan. Tidy footwork buys herself some time. She delivers to Swanson. Swanson goes inboard, dangerous kick. Zelke read it well but couldn't hold the mark. Busting through is Hannah Scott. Delivers to Hope on the bounce. Can she turn her opponent? She can. She bounces at goalwards. Awkward bounce. And it misses for a minor score, but that's the half chance that Moana Hope needs.
And absolutely great work from Hannah Scott there. We've got some fresh legs. She's running, she's active, she's making sure everyone knows that she's got plenty of energy left.
Halfway through the final term, it's a 10-point margin. Melbourne under pressure in their defensive 50. Once again, it's Pearce who stands tall. Just doesn't make many mistakes, Daisy Pearce, does she? She's had 28 possessions today. She's
one of the cleanest players in the game, whether it's in close or outside. Her decision-making is faultless.
Bowers to Green. Goes towards Randall, forced to spoil from behind on Kasler and did it well at ground level now. Chelsea Randall uses her speed. Bates tries to run her down, gains some territory. Hutchins will float across the front of the contest. Reads it well, but now she needs an option. She goes up the middle to Zelke. It was a good kick. Needed to be. Now things opening up for the Dogs. Once again, it's Jess Wuchner. She's provided so much run and spread. She brings it inboard. Arnell to Kiochi. Wuchner kept running. Tries to get it over the top to Edwards. Bouncing ball's an awkward one. Chance now for Brennan at 50. Tries to slip a tackle. Can't do so. Holding the ball.
It's bad luck there. They were on then too and almost got the footy out there. Almost squeezed it out, Caddy Brennan.
So the D's once again turn back the tide. A kick to the wing. Randall dragged down in the contest. Umpire spotted it. She'll take the free kick.
That's bad luck. Kasler's done a really good job on Randall today, I think.
Chelsea got away early, didn't she? She threatened to throw the game, to bust the game open.
But Chelsea's had to push up really high to get her possessions today. She hasn't been able to stay really deep, so she's had to run Kasler around a fair bit.
Bowers to Blackburn. Ellie Blackburn, 20-year-old, playing footy with Melbourne Uni. Three-time Youth Girls All-Australian, goes inside 50. Harris was the target. That's a great mark over the top from Brianna Davey. And what an emerging young talent Brianna is. Former Matilda's goalkeeper. Goes short and finds Arnell. 12.5 minutes gone. Dogs need to get a bit of a move on. Time fast becoming the enemy. Brennan's got 2 to beat at ground level. It's taken to the line by Courtney Cramey. So Daisy Pearce, 29 possessions, as Sabrina Frederick-Traub watches on. And Daisy a midwife, and interestingly enough, her teammate Tiana Ernst is a trainee OBGYN. They work together at Box Hill Hospital during the week and play footy now for Melbourne on the weekend.
Yeah, there was a game earlier this year. The first time they played against each other, they then worked in the surgery together and noticed each other and went, hang on, I know you from somewhere. I think we delivered a baby together. We were delivering a baby and played footy against each other yesterday. So, funny story.
Benici goes short to Elise O'Day. Melbourne happy just to soak up a little bit of clock here. This is Ellie Blackburn. 14th touch for Ellie coming up. Goes high, looking for Randall. Such a presence, Chelsea Randall. Just attracts the football. She is one of the real stars of the women's game. 3-time All-Australian, twice best and fairest in the WA League. Is Emma Swanson having a spell? Ernst at the front, picked off by Loynes, who's been one of the Bulldogs' best. That was a pretty hot whistle on Katie Loynes. Free kick going to Blackburn. Chance for the D's to put down the resistance inside 50. Harris versus Kasler. Ground level. Scott lays the tackle.
And well done by Kasler there. She saw that Harris got free. Brianna Davey had dropped off her, and she just dropped off her own player and covered to Harris there and affected the contest.
No margin for her now for the Bulldogs. Carney. Scott tries to paddle to her own advantage. Hooker coming the other way. Loynes goes in low and hard on Bree White. Appeals for a free kick, but none forthcoming. Here is Bree White. 33-year-old from St Albans Spurs. State cricketer, played Gaelic football. Great sporting background as Gibson Tries to get it to Carney. Bates in there working hard as well. Bruton putting the pressure on her, making sure she can't emerge with a clean possession. Can the Dogs make a late run? They need to break up this congestion and get open. Spread and score. Edwards tries to do just that to Ashmore, but again, the good defensive pressure comes from Melbourne. They just won't let them wriggle off the hook. Pearce taken down too high against Gibson.
Maybe Michelle Cowan's a bit worried that they can't actually win it off their own boot, that they're actually going to close the game down rather than actually try and attack and try and win it themselves.
Pearce to Blackburn. She goes inside 50 looking for Harris. The back of the contest, Benici a chance. It falls for Harris. Throws it on her boot. Snaps goalward, but misses the lot. So now a chance for the Dogs to set up from the back pocket. They've got to go, and they've got to go now.
Harris has been kept pretty quiet today, and from speaking to her last night, she was a little bit more worried about a fake tan than she was about how her performance is going to be today. So.
Brianna Davey thumps it long outside 50. Ernst over the top, influenced the contest. High tackle, Bulldogs ball. It's going to Hannah Scott. This is where they need to spread, create something. Scott wants to move it down the line, but the numbers once again with the Ds. And once again, it's Pearce at the back in the right position to wrap it up. Vesky over the top of her and a ball up.
It's what Pearce does so well. She really drops off the contest. She knows where the ball is going to go next, and she plants herself in there and often takes so many uncontested marks just doing exactly that.
King, loins, pokes it forward. Gibson tried to slap it on. Here's Brennan. Clean hands from Brennan. Kasler tries to step around Randall. Back to Brennan. Late chance here for the Dogs. Hopes the target. And she takes the mark. She'll be able to run into an open goal. Maskell tries to hunt her down. She won't do so, and the Dogs are still alive. So confusion amongst the Melbourne defence. They bumped into each other, opened the door for Moana Hope. She kicks the goal. It's a 4-point game. About 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Critical clearance here for the Dogs. Can they get it going their own way? They can through Arnell. Standing tall is Miller. Takes a critical mark. Moves it on quickly out into the path of Hooker. Got Anderson to beat. Got a terrible bounce. A one-on-one becomes a 2-on-2 in a hurry as Green arrives. Zelke. Handball missed Edwards. Green might have been taken high. Flips it out. Dogs have got numbers at the back of the contest. Well done, Bowers. Frederick Torb. She stripped of it. Umpire set a throw. Bulldog ball. 2 minutes left on the clock. Time running out. Been told there's less than 30 seconds on the clock. Randall. Last chance for the Dogs. Vescio, can she take possession? Bentley does. Off a step. One last chance. Bates has got to get it and go. Must go quickly, Emily Bates. She doesn't know what's left on the clock. Hutchins. Time runs out. Melbourne win again. Devastation for the Western Bulldogs. So close once again, but it's Melbourne extending their lead to 4-0. Melbourne 6-4-40. The Western Bulldogs 5-6-36.
It's a grand old flag, it's not my flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of the red and the blue. Every heart beats true for the red and the blue, and we sing this song.